Hi, hello, and good evening. It is September 7th. I am so happy to be back here, my Strat Chat besties. As I missed Monday, I was out having better things to do. but we're gonna have ourselves a time tonight. There's a lot of stuff to get into. So honestly, no time to waste. Let's kick this sucker off, huh? I am Kyle Petty, and we are joined, as always, by my festy besties, John Dunphy and Gina Margino, and this is Strat Chat, your favorite reality TV podcast. You can find us on the socials at Strat Chat Pod. And you know what? Before we go any further, I'm getting some sass and love in the chat. So we are gonna shed some light on that sucker. Thank you, JC. I missed y'all too. And then that done tried it. So about not too good for us tonight. Anybody too good for nobody. It was a holiday, okay, and we were celebrating the holiday. Okay, so not out of town. Was nobody out of town? She was just upstate. All right, relax. I do agree, Jason. Yes, the season just got good again, and we're gonna get into it all. Yes, that's right. You grab that doobie. Okay, let's go.
My God.
Let's go.
That was wild.
I know. Oh, we're fired up tonight. Because Big Brother is on fire, isn't it? Like, enough of the temperature references. So, tonight, what did we get? We had a blind side, right? We finally got our first not unanimous vote of the season, which, thank God, finally, people start thinking for themselves. Let's play this game. Let's see here. Where do we start? I didn't even watch last night's episode. I am super. I know. I'm like super out of touch. Everything's all messed up all week. But does it matter? If you pay attention to BB Twitter and you're watching the feeds, like, does that episode really matter? If you're going to miss any of them.
I get
it, but it's Tiny Vito. I love Tiny Vito.
I gotta be honest. I hate this Vito. I freaking hate this Vito.
No, listen. Tiny Vito is one of my favorite competitions. I love Tiny Vito. However, I could never play it because you wouldn't be able to use any footage of me playing it. The 4-letter words that would be coming out of my mouth while I was trying to play this competition, you could not use any of my footage.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't be any good at it, but I do like watching it.
I love it.
It's fun to see like the big faces and the small window and the little fans.
All right.
Like
at least Liz is with me.
No, I love Tiny Vito. Oh,
I've never even thought about it like that much until this time they played it. I like, for some reason I was sitting there watching it and I was like, I'm just realizing that I hate this competition.
I love it.
Wow. I hate this.
That's exactly how it went. But I do have to say, Kyle, that I agree with you, like, especially because like we always know what's going to happen in this episode days in advance. And like, this is also coming in a week where we were getting footage of Felicia dropping her mic packs into the toilet from like week 1 or 2. So like,
right. That been happening.
Even in tonight's episode, I'm pretty sure all of that footage of like Corey with the fake tanner and all that, like, that is all old footage. There is so much happening this week.
That been happened.
I don't know why we do this.
I don't know either. But I have to say, I don't agree with Matt. I do think this Tiny Vito is very hard. I'm a very shaky person.
Impossible.
I'm always trembly. Yeah. I definitely would not. I wouldn't be able to do it.
And I am a like cross-stitch person. I'm used to having my hands do tiny things, and I still think I would be bad at it.
You should be used to this. What do you mean? You can.
I still think I would be really bad.
That's your whole life is little ding ding dings. It's even how you write your emails. Ding 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 ding. I don't understand. Do not understand.
I don't know.
But Cameron won this sucker, which we already know, right? Yeah. Removed himself, and that's what put Mr. Jag on the blockers. What did you guys think about the fact that Jag agreed to be a pawn this week? Did you like that? I didn't watch it. You guys saw it on Monday. I didn't watch the episode. I definitely didn't watch y'all.
Yeah, I just don't think he had a choice either way. I feel like it was a courtesy of being like, hey, like, do you mind being the pawn? And like, even if he said no, like he was.
It's like, well, that's what's happening anyway. So be a good
least
sport.
Try to fight it a little bit. Like, what is that? Like what we were saying last episode. Like, I don't understand the thought process behind you just got voted out unanimously, and now you have a second life in the game, and you're not doing anything differently than the way that you've been playing the entire time. You saw that didn't work. You got unanimously voted out. Now is the time to say, okay, what didn't work about that? I got to try something else. I don't understand.
You see,
I like
I've
this
been,
seat
like,
over here.
I've been like, I've kind of been discounting that first Jag unanimous vote though, because like we saw people like Suri trying to make sure that Jag was safe to vote blue out. The real big hiccup there was that Jared didn't want to go along with this. You know what I mean? So like it probably wouldn't have been a unanimous vote. And then all of a sudden Matt goes to Suri and says, I have this power. Suri probably stopped trying to rally the votes, stopped trying to fight, said, let's just all vote Jag out because I know he doesn't
I mean, to be fair, does Jag know that?
Well, Jag doesn't have to know that.
Well, does Jag know what exactly? Because I mean, Jag knew that there was a power here that was going to be
he
canceled.
knew a power was going to be used.
They did show us that.
Yeah, that is true.
That Matt had told him, and Jared had told him. Everybody told him.
Yeah, Jared tells a lot of people a lot of things.
Jared sucks. Okay, like let's get that out there. Not that it isn't already.
Did you see the clip? Not to jump the gun, but did you see the clip from earlier today?
No.
He was talking to Corey, and they were like going back and forth, and Corey made some comment to kind of rib him, be like, because I don't know, I guess he was saying that Corey has no game, and Corey was like, oh, I'm sorry, like, where were you at 21? Like, I'm so young. And he was like, oh, well, I was doing a lot. He's like, I was doing a lot better than you. And Corey was like, oh, really? Because at 21, I'm on national television. And Jared, because he can't handle the fact that someone might be better than him at something, Jared was like, oh, well, I was on national television at 18. And then realized, I'm not supposed to say that, and tried to walk it back. And Corey in America kept being like, but why? Why were you on national TV at 18? And he was like, oh, on Big Brother. And they were like, no, but like, why were you on TV at 18? And obviously the answer is because he's Suri's freaking son. But it's like, you couldn't let your ego aside for 2 seconds to let Corey just like get one. You had to throw that in there and potentially blow up your secret.
No, has to one up everybody. Has to.
Yeah. I didn't understand. So I saw somebody on Twitter earlier, like now saying that Jared is actually a great player because he was the one that broke up Red and Cameron and like broke it. And I'm like, everything that Jared does is so sloppy and like nothing is done on purpose. Even if he might have like caused some kind of a rift between Red and Cameron, even if he had anything to do with that, like it wasn't something that he strategically thought out, like on purpose. I'm going to do this. I'm going to break up this duo. I'm going to get one of them out of the house. Like, yeah. So.
No, because honestly, who would he have put up if not them?
Right.
That would have been acceptable to anybody else. Like those were the only two.
Up until like yesterday, the target was Jag. Like,
right. Jag was supposed to be evicted 20-0. Did you see that tweet? It fucking took me out. I was like, stop. He's about to make history for all the wrong reasons.
We were like, oh no, he's gonna get casered so bad.
Yes, like so bad. But that's not what happened. So Red left on tonight. What was it 8-2? 8-2.
Well, 8-2 as far as we know. Controversy aside.
Potential shenanigans.
Scandal. Yeah, tell us some things about this perceived scandal. Like, I didn't catch this. Live airing.
I didn't have my eyes on the TV during Corey's vote, but almost immediately after I started seeing the tweets coming out. And first it was just one video. And I was like, I don't know if this video is doctored or not because I wasn't looking at the screen. And Liz was the one who was like, no, I saw it happen. And then I started seeing other videos popping up of like different angles, different people's TVs. And it straight up does not look like Corey actually said Red. We heard red, but it does not look like he said red.
We definitely heard red. It looks to me a lot, and maybe it's just, you know, falling into the controversy of like everybody talking about it, but it really looks to me like he says jag, like he speaks, you know, he makes out the word jag. Do you want to look at the clip I uploaded? I
would
slowed
love
it down.
to look at the clip you uploaded. Yeah, let's give it a gander. Let's give it a gander.
This is not going to be fun for audio listeners, but if you're watching, take a look at this minute. Yeah, take a look at this clip though. Watch his mouth right as he says the name of the person he wants to evict. Something doesn't seem right here. Something funky. Something.
What is that? I don't know what he did say, but he did not say red.
That is strange. I will say we had a distant pal of the pod that was in the audience on tonight.
Did we?
This lady Tharp. Okay. Audience. And she did comment already on this scandal.
Did she?
And said that she didn't think that anything looked funny then, but now on the rewatch, she doesn't know. She said it looked kind of like it could go both ways, but she didn't think it was anything sketchy in the moment. So what do you think about that?
I think that if Sharon Tharp entertains any of the crazy BB Twitter conspiracies, it automatically gives it credibility.
Right. So she said, she said it was weird because his voice said red, but his mouth looked like it said jag, question mark. And she said, oh, I was like, well, maybe I saw wrong. And she's like, what did you guys see? And she goes, yeah, I saw that too. I was so confused and no one around me seemed to notice. She goes, I mean, I saw no funny business or anything like that. Also, it wouldn't really make any sense to do that. May have just been a slight camera delay. So, you know.
I don't know. It's so
there's
strange.
that too.
I've never seen anything like that on here.
Right. The thing is, though, it doesn't actually matter unless you just want to know what Corey is actually thinking. That as far as
it doesn't necessarily affect the vote at all. It's just one going a different way, but
Ooh, this is interesting. So Liz said that his brother Zach said that Corey had a speech impediment and struggled with ours, but he does joke a lot. So yeah, we don't ever know if he's being serious, which is also interesting too. Yeah, I'd like to think that he wouldn't joke though about a speech impediment. Like, kind of brother are you? Like, come on. Defend and respect my name. I like it. You know, like, what the heck?
So, but I guess that was our BB conspiracy for the night.
So 8-2, the only defectors, if you want to say, would be Cameron and Miss Bowie Jane. Based on this vote, though, I have to say that I was rooting for a Bowie Jane win on tonight.
Really?
Yeah, I was. I just want to know more about what she's thinking.
We
don't get
never
any DRs from her. Right. We get
Even
nothing.
on
We get
feeds, we don't see
nothing.
her.
Right. Anytime there's a game conversation, she exits or she's just not a part of it at all. Yeah, I just want to know more of what she's thinking. Who the hell would Bowie put up?
Something that John and I had touched on in our last episode, like as we were wrapping up, because I had asked, because I believe it was in her intro package that Bowie was saying that she's not really familiar with US Big Brother, but she had watched Australian Big Brother. And I had asked John last episode, like, is Australia played that differently that like she wouldn't know to have these hard, strict game conversations and she wouldn't know to be in all of these rooms? Like, how differently is Australia's version of this show played that she maybe doesn't realize that she's supposed to be in more of these rooms?
Yeah. I'd kind of said that like early on, Big Brother was more like our, the BBUS like first season where it was just everybody kind of hanging out and talking and no real competitions or strategy. Whereas like Big Brother Australia in the most recent season did try to get more strategic. So I don't know if maybe Bowie Jane didn't watch that season.
Right. I think that Bowie Jane is probably not as familiar with the rebooted version of Big Brother Australia, that she's probably more used to the old version where they were like literally not allowed to talk game. It was just everything was a public vote and like that was it. It was like the real world on steroids. So maybe that's why she leaves. She's like, oh well, this doesn't matter. And it's like, no, hon. Like, This is America.
I mean, like, if I'm granting her grace, I can't imagine that, like, if she knows anything about this game, that she's like, oh, you guys are gaming. I don't want, no, goodbye. I don't want. Like, she's just gotta, you know, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it. But yeah, I think a Bowie Jane HOH would be interesting for that reason. Just to get inside her head a little bit.
It seemed like from the little bit that I was hearing about her this week that she was working with Cam and Red.
Right. Like, I'm wondering if it would be the same outcome as you know what we got with Cameron winning. Like, would it have just been the two of them kind of working together the whole week and just making the same moves that each one of them would have made?
Maybe.
Because she was also blindsided tonight, I think that's more likely than not.
Yeah.
Cameron's face.
Oh my God.
Face. It was the slow zoom that the camera was doing on his face. Like, oh.
And I was like,
he was so mad.
My goodness gracious. He was so mad, but you could also tell like the wheels were turning and like so hard and so fast, right? And like, which I think anyone would do, because you'd be like, yo, I thought Legend 25 was like down there fucking legit.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden, like, it's like ripped apart. They voted against me. Who did it? Are you even really sure who the other one was? Like, I feel like I haven't seen enough conversations between Cameron and Bowie to really know that he would have been confident in that Bowie was that one other person.
Right.
So like, oh my gosh, like the things that must have been going through his head, which led us to our first like truly like live HOH of the season, right? Like we haven't had this yet in BB25. No. I was slightly disappointed and then I was very enthused. I was hoping it was going to be trivia. But it was not.
Oh God.
It was sure not trivia. Was not.
What the hell was this?
This was another one of those moments where it was like, if tonight were the night that someone was like, you know what, Gina, I'll sit down with you and give Big Brother a shot. Let's see what this show is all about. I would be mortified.
Didn't John like tweet that from the pod account too?
I did.
I think so, yeah.
Like absolutely. Like this is exactly why I'm not putting my partner onto this. Like he's like, are you sure you don't want to put it on? I'm like, no, it's all right. Oh, what's something else?
Oh God.
It's so embarrassing.
Who came up with this? Like who comes up with a game like this?
I'm sorry. Why don't we make? Did you not laugh at the fact that like everyone is watching so intently to these two?
that was
like,
funny.
It's so important. Like this is such a pivotal HOH because we had our first not unanimous vote, and everybody is like,
right. No, I agree. Like, I definitely agree. That was entertaining. But like, I'm just sitting there thinking, like somebody at CBS had a meeting one day and was like, you know what? One of our HOH comps this season is going to be called What the Toot. Here's the vision. We're going to take clips from throughout the season, house guests moving around the house, you know, everyday life. And then we're going to put puffs of different cloud of smoke coming out of their asses for when they fart. Like somebody went to work that day and got paid for this idea.
Yeah.
Yes, they said, you know what? I don't know what we're going to do, but that one is the front runner. That's the front runner. I'm going to sleep on this one.
Yeah. What is very interesting about this competition, though, and I saw somebody tweet this, and I think they were mostly making a haha, but there is something about it that like could be interesting. They were like, yo, Felicia is gonna spiral over this competition because if you're really paying attention, the other thing you're getting out of this competition is seeing who is in rooms with who and who is talking to who and who is hanging out with who, because you're getting all of like the live feed footage of people like in clumps talking to each other, hanging out or whatever, while you're also getting like this stupid like fart thing. But they were like, if you're paying attention, like you're now seeing who is in rooms with each other, and Felicia is gonna lose her damn mind over like the videos that she saw in this competition, which like is funny, but also is very interesting if you're in tune to what you're watching, other than just like trying to play to win.
I would have just been like just studying,
like memorize. Yeah.
But after you get past the embarrassment that came with this competition. Did you like it? Did you think it was executed well, at least? Because I did think it was fun.
I mean, I like competitions in this format. I just
But why
didn't
did
like
this have to be the
one.
theme? Yeah. What'd you think, John? Did you like the tooting?
Yeah, I mean, it was fun. You know, it was the the tooting was was fun. You know, the toot was a hoot. That's what I'll say.
You were really excited to say that, weren't you?
He was gearing up for that one. You could feel the tension.
I apologize.
Yeah.
I apologize.
No, you don't.
You don't.
I definitely
I don't
don't.
think
I'm
you
completely.
should. It does not warrant it. No,
yeah.
we're going to celebrate. We're going to cheer that on for episode 250. We didn't mention that. This is
That's
our
right.
250th episode. Yeah, this is a really big deal. And the only one to actually be in 250 episodes is John. John's never missed a night.
Got the Iron Man streak.
Yeah.
John, who is being encouraged by one Matt Blevins in the chat right now.
I think he's actually
Matt
criticizing.
Blevins is like royalty when it comes to puns and things like that. Like Matt is. But
wow.
Yeah. So happy 250. Happy 250.
Yeah.
Thanks for continuing to hang.
Happy 250.
No.
The second I saw how excited he was,
I know. I was like, oh no, it's coming.
Happening.
No, it's coming. Me and Kyle both felt our souls leave our body at the same time.
I was like, oh no. Oh no.
Oh,
yikes.
Oh God.
Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah, so that's what you get for 250.
I may have eaten the edible a little too early tonight.
Maybe so. Maybe so. Well, how did this sucker end? Cameron
Unfortunately.
Cameron wins HOH. To really no celebration. Okay. Tickets out there.
The image of him coming out of the booth with like thumbs up, like, and everyone else just looking distraught.
Yeah.
And Cerie's face was like, holy fuck. And you can see her mind was already turning. I can't wait for feeds to come on.
I have absolutely no idea who he's going to target.
Oh my gosh. I honestly, I think
it's a pretty select few. Yeah. I see him going after Cerie, Jared, Izzy, maybe Felicia.
Oh, Izzy for sure. Izzy is definitely on the block, and if not immediately, as a backdoor for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe Jag, because it feels like he's been trying to get Jag out forever. I feel like
boo. Leave Jag alone.
I mean,
I don't know.
I'm not saying I want Jag.
Right. No.
But this is still very fresh. He thought Jag was going home tonight.
Right. Yeah.
For the second week in a row.
I'm just booing the concept of Jag.
No,
that's whack.com.
I think given the circumstances, Jag is the only one that's not in the line of fire this week. I think he's the only one guaranteed that he wouldn't go after him.
Guaranteed. Tell us why.
Tell us why. He was literally sitting next to him. There is no way that Jag could have pulled off this blindside to Cameron if he was the one sitting like that Jag wasn't a rogue vote. You know that Jag, like, if he was campaigning, it's because he was the person on the block. So there's no real, like, of course you're going to campaign to save yourself. You're the person who's sitting there. You know what I mean? I don't see a situation in which Jag is in the line of fire because Jag didn't betray Cameron, whereas all but one people did, you know?
But do you think that then Jag could be a really good option as a pawn? Because he's already been up there twice, especially by your own doing. And if there is somebody else that I might want out more, then it makes good sense for me to use you.
I don't know, because since literally only one other person voted with Cameron, I think that for like, if any week was like, I don't care who goes home, I'm just going to put up whoever and I'm okay with any of them leaving, this would be I don't think this is the week for a pawn in his mind. You know what I mean?
Okay.
He's just going to want to get out someone.
All right. Super fair. What do you think, John?
Yeah, I mean, I think Izzy for sure is in his sights. and I think Cirie, Jared, Felicia. But I still think Jag. I still think Jag could absolutely be a target. I could see Cameron being like annoyed that Jag, even if it makes sense or not, just being like, oh, what did Jag say to get everybody to vote for him instead when it was so sure that Red was going to go? When it was so sure that Jag was going to go. I could see Cameron in his mind being like, oh, I'm just going to put up Izzy and Jag. I've been trying to get Jag out. Izzy's my target. Whatever happens in the veto, we'll see. I'll take out, if one of them comes down, I'll go for the other one.
I mean, if he does put Jag up, I think that's a waste.
It might be, but it's Cameron we're talking about.
Right. Yeah, we don't know enough about Cameron, how emotional he might be. I think it's better for his game to not bother with Jag, but yeah, it depends on how he responds to this. Unless he just thinks he's like a super, super good game player and says, oh, well, Jag will be my pawn and he'll come down and we'll put up so-and-so. But I mean, Jag doesn't have the best history with coming off the block, so I'm not really sure that she's putting all our eggs in that basket.
Jason has, a good point here too, because we were saying Izzy, but Jared just put Cam up. Jared just put Cam up, so that's another.
Please put Jared up, please. He can vote that he could be the only nominee, and we'll just leave that alone.
Do you think I could see Izzy and Jared being initial noms, unless he wants to backdoor one of them? But I could see those.
So if it is Izzy and Jared, who does Cirie vote for?
Oh no, both her. It's like Sophie's choice.
I think she would vote to save Jared. I don't think there's a unless she gets like really fed up with Jared messing up her game.
I don't see her voting out Jared yet. I see her voting out Jared later. I don't know about. I don't think she knows how much of a liability he is to her yet.
Right, except that she already does know that he had shared that information about her knowing about Matt's power of invincibility being used on Jag. She was none too pleased about that. And then, she really hasn't been down for this whole blue showman's thing. So
yeah,
is there a world where Cirie says, you know what, strategically, I think I have a better shot at playing this game with Izzy than I do my own child?
I mean, it's possible. It's definitely possible.
I just like to stir the pot. That's all.
No, I'm not saying she absolutely wouldn't vote out Jared.
Right.
I just think that she might, if it comes to that, save it for a little later. But I don't know. Because this is still what, the last pre-juror?
I guess.
I believe so.
Julie said there's a big announcement coming that's going to affect
know what
jury.
that is.
What does that mean? My mom looked at me like I was supposed to shed some light on it. I was like, I don't know. I was like waiting with bated breath.
I'm a little nervous. I don't know what that means.
What do we think? Okay, so if it's Izzy and Jared up there, right, on eviction night, what does Cirie do? Like, whether she wants Jared like to stay or not, like, do you think she'd be able to get the votes? You know what I mean? Like I wonder what. Because now her side of the house has two people on there. Like, what would they decide is the best thing to do? And like, would Cirie's influence, like, would she be able to influence what she wants them to do, whether it's saving Jared or not? I feel like that would be the first time
conversations become.
Right. Like, I feel like that would be the first time that Cirie is really in a tough spot of being like, all right, I have to either pick Jared or Izzy. Now, what's my argument going to be to keep either one? You know what I mean? Like,
right.
That's kind of an interesting conversation. As well.
Sure it is, because if she backs Jared too much, and now Izzy is in a position where she can be like, you know what? That's her child. Yeah. So, and just blow that whole thing up so that then what you do.
I don't see Izzy blowing it up, but I do see people saying, because the core alliance, what everybody considers to be the core alliance, is Felicia, Izzy, and Cirie. So if Cirie is suddenly riding so much harder for Jared than she is for Izzy, I see everybody else sitting to the side and being like, well, what the hell? Right. I don't know if I would see Izzy blowing it up, but I would see the wheels turning for other people.
See, I agree about I don't see Izzy blowing it up in any other circumstance. If she's sitting across from Jared, is she really just going to give up her game? I don't know that she
I
will.
don't see her
You don't think she'd
spilling.
use that? Like, I don't know. I would use anything at that
She,
stage.
yeah, but she
You're
seems
campaigning
so.
against me.
She seems so fiercely loyal. I just don't see a situation that she does that.
Fiercely loyal. I mean, how far does that go though? When it comes down to now, like I know you're
No,
actively
I
campaigning
agree that
against
she
it. Yeah.
shouldn't. I agree that she shouldn't, but I don't think that that's her thought process. I don't know.
I don't know.
I haven't
I
seen
don't know
anything
though.
from her to point to that.
There's $750,000 on the line. We haven't gotten to a point where Izzy was in a position where that could be taken away if she continued to protect this secret. You know, like once you're especially if you're on the block, it's the day before, you know, eviction, and it's looking like the votes aren't going in your favor. It's like, all right, listen, I love Suri, but I came here to win $750,000. Like at some point you have to remember that, like, all right, I'm not here to become best friends with Suri and her son. I'm here to like
I think you're right. I don't
brother.
think she thinks that.
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know.
I hope she does. I'll lose a lot of respect for Izzy if that's not the case. I have to be honest. Like if we do find ourselves in this very specific situation, I'll be very disappointed.
I'm not discounting that it's going to be like Felicia and Suri up there. You know, like I genuinely don't know which way this is going to swing.
Right. Hey, Owl Watch, welcome back to the chat. Wants to know if we already addressed Corey's eviction vote. We did. See, all right. So you're saying that he definitely said Jags. The jury is still out on that, no pun intended, but enjoyed. Says we all heard red. It really could have gone either way. John did us the favor of finding this clip on BB Twitter and slowed it down. That allowed us to know some extra investigation.
Do you want me to play it again for Owl?
Yeah, that was totally the setup. I saw your head go to the side. I thought you were getting ready to hit play. I'm so disappointed it didn't turn out that way.
See, I think he really says Jag there. It looks like he's mouthing the name Jag to me.
Hear it, and it sounds very much like red to me.
Oh no, audibly it's 100% red.
Yeah.
That's not.
Oh yeah. But I'm saying, like, it looks like his mouth is saying Jag.
He's not
even though we're hearing
red for sure.
So Gina's saying he's mouthing incorrectly. Incorrect.
What we heard and what his mouth was saying are not the same.
Oh man.
Great.
Very suspicious.
Very suspicious.
I just don't know what the benefit is. You know? I don't know why that would happen.
Why he would vote Jag?
No. Like why they would change.
Oh.
Like why there would be any kind of.
I don't think there's any change. I still think it was supposed to be red.
Yeah.
I do. I think it's a fun scandal. It's a fun conspiracy. I'm sure we're going to find out in a future DR. You know, we're going to get our answer.
Oh, I doubt it. I feel like they'll never address it. I feel like it's going to be like when Corey's out of the house, everyone's going to swarm him with the clip and he's going to be like, huh?
Matt Blevins was already saying, it's like, watch up on feeds. Like Corey will start to talk about it. And every time he mentions it, they'll just cut feeds.
But the thing is, I also don't see what production's like plus is to that. Like, what do they get out of it?
Right. That's
it doesn't change the outcome. So, like, why?
I don't know. It's just very weird.
It's so strange.
That is fair. Weird. You know what time it is?
Oh, I know.
Yeah, I think it's time to give Julie's fashion a gander. It's time to judge Julie. Y'all better gather round. Okay, actually, we have two sets of outfits to compare tonight. Because obviously we have our usual eviction garb. But if you actually follow Miss Julie Chen Moonves on the Instagram, you'll know that she saw Beyonce this week. And she had quite the outfit. Okay, so she did follow directions. Beyonce requested that all people seeing her Renaissance World Tour in the month of September wear silver. This is what she wants to see.
I have already given Kyle my verdict on this via DMs.
Yes, this is a bona fide hot.
I
yeah,
give it a big
Yeah.
time hot.
Right.
Definitely a
Way
hot.
to go,
Definitely a
Miss
hot.
Julie. Yes. Shoes also on point. Look at these suckers.
It's so
Beautiful,
good.
beautiful, beautiful. I would want a Christmas gift wrapped in like similar, like, like foil wrap, beautiful ribbon, like absolutely wonderful. Really crushed it to go see our other queen, Miss Beyonce, Knowles Carter. So that was earlier in the week. But tonight we got this fancy, beautiful little blue denim number. I gotta tell you, I give this a hot also. Fun, chic, and flirty. I thought she crushed it. Did not open to the
No,
fanfare I expected.
So I like it. I think it's cute. I'm just very jarred anytime that Julie is wearing jeans. It feels illegal. It feels like something I'm not supposed to see.
Yeah.
No,
I
I
agree.
This was fun
I
and
don't get it.
casual, but still like dressy and like appropriate.
Well, I suppose
I'm
it
not
was.
saying I like it. I do like it.
Here's what I'll say. I think she looks good. I just wasn't expecting jeans on an eviction night, but
Oof.
maybe it was appropriate because Red went out in those denim overalls with no shirt on.
Right.
So
And we saw a lot
Yeah,
of
maybe
other people
Julie
in
knew
the
something
house
we
wearing
didn't.
blue tonight. Right. This is what it was supposed to be. Blue to go against red, America themed. She is America's queen. Damn. So what do you guys say? I mean, I still give this a hot. I don't know what you
I
guys are
give
talking
it
about.
a cute.
Ooh.
can I give it a lukewarm?
You can give it a. Oh. Can we instead not use lukewarm? Can we use tepid?
All right, tepid.
There you go. Yeah. But yeah, okay. So like room temperature. Damn.
Yes, it's
Sorry,
fine.
Jules. Didn't open to the fanfare I expected. I'm really disappointed.
Oh.
Shoot. Yeah. Ouch. Yikes.
Owl's got some big opinions.
What's happening?
Oh my
Wow.
God.
Says
Wow.
not cute. No wonder she didn't get the 60 minutes gig. Yikes. Damn. Sorry, Julie. I guess it's not your night. I'm going to give her something else, though, since you guys want to slam this. I will say she may flub her words. She may mess up the fashion like y'all are saying on tonight, but she always nails her spots on stage. Okay, there was a moment where I think they were talking about like the two people that were on the block or something, and like with our new screen, we have it's like it like goes flat and you have that little indent and then it's flat again. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You know how
yeah,
it like
Mhm.
looks? And like she always walks to the exact perfect spot where when they're talking about two people, you've got one person on the left, one person on the right, that little lightning bolt in between, and she's right in front of it. She nails it. She's never blocking somebody's photo. Okay, she always knows where she's supposed to be. Okay.
Do you
That
think,
is
you think she's got
that is the mark for professional.
You think she's just got like an X on the stage though? Like stand here and you won't be blocking anyone?
I look around. I don't see X's though. I really don't. Like maybe there might be other little markings that maybe I can't totally
we're
tell.
no stranger to marks on the stage. That
Right. And like honestly,
okay,
I wouldn't be where I was supposed to be theater wise if there weren't marks on the stage. Or even if there were, I wouldn't hold that against her because she does walk right to it. She keeps that eye contact with the camera. She don't be looking down. I'll give her that. She does not look down. She looks right at us and she works forward.
That's
and she
fair.
stops and she knows where she's supposed to be. All right. So at least give her that. Even if you're not, you
That's
can
not
tell her
fair.
her fashion was lukewarm. Come on now.
That's
Come on now.
very fair. Very
She's
fair.
where
I
she's
agree.
supposed to be at the right time. Julie Chen Moonves.
Oh God.
And that's that on that. I got nothing else with Big Brother 25. What else can we talk about? I mean, we kind of already hypothesized about what Cameron might do, which could be anything other than Bowie, right? What else?
Well, I have one thing.
Tell us.
So my team was getting decimated early in the season.
Yeah.
And so it was suggested to me on my team.
Right. We forgot to making fun of you for the fact that you got another loss.
But honestly, what's terrible about this graphic also is that not only are Riley, Kirsten, and Red, not only have they gone to black and white, But the person that won HOH this week is probably coming for the two people that I have in the game. So Cameron is probably going to target both Izzy and Jared, which is like something we were just talking about. He seems to hate Izzy. Jared just put him on the block. So I put it at like 75% chance another one of the people on my team is gone this week.
Yeah, you do have a rough road ahead. This could be a rough week for Team Dunphy. Is Gina in trouble yet?
Clearly not.
Likely not.
But listen, the last 2 weeks, America has been right there. So I don't know how long she is for this game. She keeps getting brought up.
But
I don't really
Cameron
know why. What is America? What's the
I don't
problem with
either.
America? Like, I think I like her.
I like America.
I would have liked to see an America HOH this week.
So we were talking about this too the other day, and how there was another conspiracy about how. So there are a couple of layers to this, because we were saying Jared
But you bitches conspiring against me.
Jared would go into the DR, and every time he went into the DR, he would come out and suddenly want to target America. He wanted a gun for America. Every time he went into the DR, he came out being like, "Nah, America's my target. Got to get her out." And there were a couple of reasons why people were like, And one is because America has been very vocal that Cameron is making her very, very uncomfortable. There's all of these, like, comments that Cameron's making about her. Some we've seen, some we have not. And people are wondering, okay, so rather than punish Cameron, are you just trying to get America out the door so we don't have to worry about it anymore? Like, is that what's happening? But the other conspiracy that I think is much more fun is Jared won HOH on the heels of this power being used and canceling the eviction and what have you. So is there a world in which production in the DR was saying, oh, so what do you think about America's view on the power? What do you think, or tipping him off like, oh, America doesn't like the way that you're speaking to people. America doesn't like the way that you're like going about this game, meaning America, the country. And Jared said, oh, America's out here talking about how she doesn't like how I talk to people, and got mad thinking that they meant America, the person. So there's a couple of theories that have been going around this week of like, did Jared just misunderstand the DR, or is there some kind of like shenanigans happening?
Huh.
Yeah, I've definitely seen this out there.
I did not see any of this because I've been very out of touch this week. That sounds actually very serviceable because Jared misreads everything.
Right, like it's not totally out of bounds for people to be like, listen,
right.
You have to watch what you're saying because America is, talking about this, and him being like, oh God, America's targeting me.
Yeah, that's super interesting, and I wonder if that is what spurred. So I had seen that Hannah Chada of BB23 fame was tweeting about how the Big Brother game doesn't really stop when you walk in the diary room. She said, when I would go in there, yes, she goes, I made sure I didn't really say a whole lot. I didn't over-explain anything because I wanted them to ask me leading questions. Because some of those things were.
She's so freaking smart, man.
She's so smart. She's so smart. And she goes, and sometimes that would be able to tip me off to like just knowing like who was working with who or what. I got some information out of that.
Right.
So, we know that production is obviously asking them questions to get them to speak. So I think that's completely serviceable that he misread that. And do you think that's an oversight on production's part, or do you think that maybe their questions even could have been slanted to make sure that did happen just to stir up some chaos?
I mean, I don't put anything past production.
Especially since you just said they want America out because they don't want to shine light on the icky Cameron situation.
Allegedly.
Right, but if that's to be believed, then we can also believe that, you know what I mean? Like this.
Right. But I do also wonder then, like this week, if Cameron is in power, because of the way he is towards America, would she be in danger? Because like, does he want to get her out? Would he even be more likely to like target somebody like Corey because he has this weird thing about America, and Corey and America are tight? So like, could he see Corey as being like, oh, I'll get rid of Corey and then I can like, get cozy with America?
There are genuinely so many ways this can go. I have no idea what to expect.
That's also I'm also glad that you brought that whole Corey and Jared and America thing up, because it's like, if Jared really has any faith, like there's something about Jared, like, oh God, he's just the worst. Like, I feel like the way that he acts as if like everything feels very for show. Like even like this fake America's gotta go. I don't know, bro. Like it doesn't really matter. Like, you know, if I think that she's throwing it, like I'm just gonna put her up, you know what, man? Like what the hell? What is all that? Like since when do you start talking like that, acting like a big bad, like a big bad wolf or something? Like what was all of that? And it's like it just feels
very
like
annoying.
yeah, it's like it's almost like you know that your mother is a legend and you're trying so hard to be legendary, but like it's just blowing up in your face. Like it
Yeah.
just I think it's awful.
I agree. I honestly, I'm so tired of Jared.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that he's not like in power anymore or whatever. Like, because that was, I mean, like I thought I already was not liking him to begin with, and then as soon as he had that power and like felt like he could talk to anybody he wanted in any way he wanted, like it was like it got even worse.
Jared sucks.
I
Well,
just
at
don't
least we know
understand,
that
like-
if he goes up, he's not winning veto or anything. So
I just don't understand why. Like, I understand that like his mom is Suri, she is a legend, but why does he think that he is automatically some kind of like legend? It's like he thinks that he's come in and like has the exact same amount of like credibility as she does because he's her son. And it's like,
Well,
no,
he-
you have to
he
go
has a
out and
very-
play a bunch of games first and win a game and like.
right.
He has a very fragile ego. It's a weird entitlement of like, no. Like everybody always talks about how like my mom is so great, so I'm also so great, which is why this whole thing has been, you know, it goes right back to what we were saying earlier, where like Corey made a joke, like, well, I was on TV at 21. He's like, well, I was on TV at 18. Because he's got such a fragile ego that he has to be better than everybody else.
Right.
And even what Owl said here too, like I remember like when Jared knew he screwed up and like put his mom on blast because she was the only one other than Matt that knew about this power. Like, and then he's going to Jag being like, I'm going to give you one last chance to tell the truth. It's like, Jag is the only person, like Jag has no power here. He is on the block. Right. He's about to get voted out. like, what do you mean? I'm going to give you one last chance. Like,
he's like,
on top of the fact that he was like calling out Jag for doing exactly what he did.
Yeah.
Jared, I'm giving you this information. Don't tell anybody. Okay. Jag, I'm giving you the information that she just gave me. Don't tell anybody. Jag, what the hell? I told you not to tell anybody. Okay, Suri told you not to tell anybody. Why are you mad now that someone else did it to you?
It feels like this weird like gaslighting thing. Like it's like,
oh,
no, you're the one that screwed this up, Jared. Why are you now trying to make it seem like Jag didn't lie about anything? It's like,
right.
You're trying to clean up a mess that you started by telling someone that they have to tell the truth about something they never lied about. Like what?
Right.
So stupid. So stupid. My mom tonight turns to me and goes, I can't stand Jared. He has got to have the biggest nostrils on anyone I've ever seen. And I'm like, what? Like, I legit did not notice this, but then after she said
You've
it,
never noticed?
No, I did not notice, honestly. I don't pay that much attention to him, honestly. Even in DRs, I'm just like, ugh. But she's like, you could drive trucks through them. I'm like, mommy, like that's not a reason to not like somebody. Yes, that's the reverend.
Oh my god, the reverend.
Yes, does not like his nostrils.
Oh, wow.
Too big. That's also why she doesn't like Diana Ross. Her teeth are too big.
I just wish Jared would stop with the freaking handkerchief that is just like lightly draped over his head at all times. Like, it's not even tied. It's not even, like, what is that?
I don't know.
I feel like we've been getting a lot of showman segments of America and Corey. Not as many lately, I feel like, of Blue and Jared. Has their relationship cooled off at all? Do we know? Like, are they still a thing?
I have no idea. What I do find annoying
all about that.
Yeah, like, I haven't even seen people on Twitter talking about it.
Well, we were talking about this the other day. Like, I find it so annoying that like one couple just like cuddles sometimes, and one couple has like had sex in multiple places in the house. But everybody in the house is always like up Corey and America's ass, being like, the jury house, what's gonna happen when you get out of here? The boyfriend, girlfriend. And it's like, they cuddle sometimes. Like, why aren't you? Right. Why is this? What's happening?
I will say, we got this episode tonight, right? Who was it that referred to the other as boyfriend or girlfriend or something?
They both did.
That was interesting.
I did not know we were calling each other this. I don't know what's going on.
Did
here.
you guys see also? There was like a clip that somebody posted from feeds, and like it was a little hard to hear, but it did sound like it, where like Corey and America were like under a blanket and like cuddling, like kind of like joking around and flirting, and you can like, it really sounds like America says to Corey, "Spit on me."
I have not seen this.
Okay.
I have to try to find this. I have to try to find
really
this.
wish you wouldn't.
Yeah, I hope
Really
not.
wish you
I hope
wouldn't.
not. And for the audio only friends, it's past midnight. That's how we ended up here. Like, please,
Oh no.
please, yikes!
I
that is
hope
so.
not.
I really hope not. I have no new alliance map. I truly have nothing else.
I don't think there was anything else.
We'll see if John finds this thing as he's still looking. What do we have coming up? Did we decide on a time for tomorrow night for Claim to Fame? Is it midnight?
I mean, it has to be.
Time.
If we're doing it tomorrow, it kind of has to be because I'm working at night.
No, that's fine. We're going to see a show. So
That's right.
yeah, we'll tell you about it after here. But yeah, so no, midnight works for us for sure. We're going to be wrapping up Claim to Fame, all right, the final 2 episodes. That's at midnight. Then Monday, oh no, did John find it? I hope not.
Well, so I found it, but like I don't. It's going to take too long to upload the clip into here now. But multiple tweets from the last 5 days or so. America whispers, "I can be on top." Corey, the whispering is really subtle. No one can hear in the BB house with all the mics. LOL. And then America whispers, "Spit on me."
I don't like it. I don't like it. Don't make me feel this way about Corey and America.
Well, why don't you share it on the Strat
It's
Chat
supposed to be
socials? That way everyone can
cute.
find it, and we can give it a gander, and we'll be able to put our 2 cents on this. And then we can discuss it on Monday, right? So tomorrow night at midnight, we're discussing Claim to Fame, right? We're wrapping that sucker up. Then Monday, we're back with the Challenge USA. That's at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. And then at 10:30, actually, I didn't tell either of you. There's a change. There's a change with Monday. We have a special guest chatter coming to recap things with us. We do. The wonderful, incomparable John Michael Sosa of BB Can fame.
Oh yay!
Yeah, he's coming back
Awesome.
to recap some things with us. So that'll be on Monday at 10:30. Yeah. Super exciting. So good things coming up. And that's it, right? More information on the socials at Strat Chat Pod, including this spitting video / audio.
No.
So lots of reasons to visit the socials. You can find us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, everywhere you want to be. So are we. That worked great. Sharp for post midnight. All right, that's it. Anything else? Any final goodbyes for our friends?
Well, tonight's just been
it's been a time.
A toot and a hoot.
Up. Yeah, definitely time to go. Thanks for hanging.
Come on.